Good afternoon, everyone. It's April 28th, 2019. I'm Eric. I'm here at Zero Hedge. I got done with my work a little extra early today, so I will spend some additional time with you. Before I get started, though, if you like my videos, maybe agree with me, maybe think I'm a funny little asshole, who knows? Give me a thumbs up, a share, subscribe. I have Discord and PayPal links below as well. Push them hard enough and the productive class will opt out of servitude. And we can only hope, right? The state, the government, they ruin everything. Everything. They ruin the economy. They ruin the food. They ruin the lives of millions of people. Everything they get involved with is made worse. And this is no exception. This comes from Charles Hugh Smith via Of Two Minds blog. He writes some good stuff. You might want to go check him out if you're the reading sort. I am. I mean, you'd look at me and never guess that, but I am. People love their big paychecks, but they also value their sanity. One of the most astonishing manifestations of disconnected from reality hubris is public atrocity, sublime confidence, that employers and entrepreneurs will continue starting and operating enterprises no matter how difficult and costly it becomes to keep the doors open, much less make a profit. The average employee / state dependent reckons that the small business owner, entrepreneur, is killing it financially, banking a small fortune in pure profits every month, and that they're doing what they love, so they'll continue doing it no matter what. In other words, they're all wealthy tax donkeys who can easily afford higher taxes and fees and will tolerate paying more to keep doing what they love. Now, I've picked up in the last 2 months, I think, around 300 subscribers. So I'll repeat this. I was once in charge of the distribution of marijuana for most of the state of Michigan. And I was really good at running the business. And it is a business. I handled large volumes of cash. I handled credit. I handled shipping. I've handled receiving. I handled all that stuff in that business. It may be an underground business, but running a business is running a business. And I was really good at it. Really good at it. But there's no incentive to find something else for me to do, because I'm just going to get robbed blind. I figure, hey, if I get a little bit of YouTube donations and do my side computer and mechanic work, I'll get by. And that's fine by me. Just like the machines in the Matrix, there is a level of existence I am willing to accept. They are wrong on both counts, and dead wrong. A far more typical response is the one a house painter emailed me last year. Every day, he reported, he wanted to dump his spray rig and power washer in a dumpster and leave the U.S. The number of small businesses and entrepreneurs hanging on by a thread financially and emotionally is legion. And rather than killing it, they're getting killed by rising rents, wages, labor overhead, taxes, fees, licensing, inspection fees, insurance, and so on. That, land of the free. The long hours, financial risks, and open-ended responsibilities are ideal conditions for burnout and bankruptcy. My partner and I had a ready response when employees hinted that we must be raking in the bucks. Here's the keys to the front door. Payday is on Friday. That shut them up in short order because they could see we meant it. It's all yours, including meeting payroll in a bad month out of your own pocket. A lot of business owners do that. One bad month, they got to pay who works for them out of their pocket. The craze for early retirement among highly paid workers is a manifestation of burnout. Young workers see the destructive toll of stress and overwork on their older peers and vow to scrimp and save to avoid that fate. Young workers who burn out end up back at home or in low-key, low-paid jobs that don't demand their life and their souls in trade for a big salary. And it's funny they should say that, because one of my favorite jobs I've ever had, it was shitty pay. I mean, shitty. Although they paid in cash, so there was no taxes taken out. And they paid time and a half in cash too. So at the end of the day, I still made okay money because of that. But the hourly wage itself sucked. But because it was a low-key, low-stress job on a golf course, riding around in a gator, I loved it. I loved it. And I'd probably still be there today if I didn't move from Michigan. I really enjoyed that job. And it wasn't about the money. See, that's the thing about me. I'm not greedy. I'm not a greedy person. You know what I want? I want to be able to feed my kids, put clothes on their backs, and take them places sometimes. Buy them some stuff. But as for me, I don't need anything. Everything, all my needs are met. So I could use a bigger home, undoubtedly, but other than that, all my needs are met. So I'm not greedy. And that's why when somebody donates $1 to me, I'm grateful for that dollar. I'm grateful that they took the time out of their day to drop in on my PayPal account for $1. That means a lot to me. Unfortunately, a lot of YouTubers out there, I seen one guy get fucking bent out of shape when somebody donated $1 on his super chat. And I thought to myself, what an ungrateful motherfucker he is. So older workers in senior positions are retiring the second they qualify or earlier. Their professions are simply no longer fun or rewarding. The general public and government officials are clueless about the ever-increasing burdens being heaped on small business employers and entrepreneurs. It's not just financial burdens. It's the stress of being fined for minor violations of complex regulations few small business owners can track, and the constantly increasing regulatory compliance paperwork. like I said, the government, the state, destroys everything. You know, in our Discord server, I'm sorry, Mike and Hitman, I haven't been on there, or Nomad rather. I haven't been on there, man. I've been swamped with my own problems, and I won't be getting back on there starting Monday. I do apologize for that. I try to be present as much as I can. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately. Fortunately, I still have children that live with me. I take care of. I make sure, well, I homeschool my daughter. You know that. And so it takes time. And I will be back on. And I do apologize for last night. There's nothing, it was out of my hands. I do try to keep my word, but when it's out of my hands, it's out of my hands. Okay? I really appreciate you guys, though. But anyway, we have this guy, I'm not going to say his name. He wants to roll back everything to where the Constitution originally was, with some minor safeguards put in place. And the idea is not a terrible one, except that, you know, the Founding Fathers put safeguards in the place too, and they did not do any good. I don't know what to tell people, but he was really sounding very, very statist, and I said, I'm sorry, man, I can't have nothing to do with this. It sounds too statist to me. And then me and some of the closer members, I guess you could say, I'm not even sure you would call them members, just people I'm closer to, where I talked to them and said, man, I can't, if I went with this guy's ideas, then that would be against everything I talk about on my YouTube channel, and I can't do that. I can't. All right, let's see here. Yeah. Again, the general assumption is that employer and entrepreneurs have no choice but to continue soldering on even as the burdens of operating a business are crushing. This assumption aligns with the convenient belief that small businesses, or tax donkeys, can pay more and should pay more, and they should be delighted to earn the privilege of operating in our progressive city, state, county, or state. And look, yes, Republican states do give you more tax breaks. Yes, they are a bit more business smart. But at the end of the day, they are still very controlling and have a lot of regulations too. The more government interferes with the free market, the less free it is and the less productive it is. That's why I say government ruins everything. The number of small businesses that will shut down in the coming recession will astound governments counting on higher revenues from the tax donkeys. The number of highly productive and highly paid workers who quit or retire early will be equally astounding to corporate America, which blissfully assumes the productive class will take every increase in workload and responsibility that's shoved on them because they love the big paycheck so much. People love their paychecks, but they also value their sanity. After years or decades of corporate servitude, an unexpectedly large number will regain their long-lost agency, which they will express by quitting and bailing on their high-cost lifestyle. When the productive class has been pushed hard enough, they will opt out. And the corporations and governments that have counted on their servitude will find that all their systems no longer function well, if at all. And we already see these systems malfunctioning, because otherwise we would not have to see higher gas prices. We would not have to see higher taxes in gas and other things. They are gobbling up the tax money, and God only knows where it's going, because it's certainly not going to the things they're supposed to be going to. Once their most productive people toss their servitude in the nearest dumpster and opt out for a much lower cost and lower key lifestyle, it will be done. And lots of people are already doing this. Lots. And it's just another symptom of a dying civilization. Anyway, thought I'd share this with you. I think I got another one here on Zero Hedge I'll be posting, I think. Hope everyone has a good day. Till next time, kill the state before the state kills you.